Alright, welcome back to Ashenforest, Episode 2. Since the last time I played this, I have defeated Moltatera, Blackrose, Dullahan, and Lobellia. Pardon the notes, those names are hard enough to remember, let alone pronounce. I'm going to show you in this episode how to defeat all 4 of those bosses. I'm also going to show you the boss that I did not manage to defeat, Merc the Incinerator. I tried that guy 7 or 8 times, could not get rid of him. I will try to beat him by the next time I post a video on this. Hopefully I'll have a walkthrough of how to fight him. Not guaranteeing though, he was really hard, and I about pulled a little bit of hair I have out trying to get rid of him. But enough of all this. Let's get it. Come on, we got boss to defeat. No time for this.
Alright, Moltatera the Giant Raider is the first fight we'll be looking at. This scorpion kind of enemy has 2 big hooks for arms, and in just a second he's going to do his burrowing attack. His burrowing attack, he has a couple swipes. In the very beginning he has 3 swipes of his claws. This is a very good way for Nagne to accumulate bullets, Nagne being my preferred character. He also has this little acid orb spitting attack where he'll spit an orb and it'll land where your character is standing. At first, this attack is easy to dodge because it's only one little orb that spits out. Also, this hook attack is easy to dodge at first because originally there's only a couple of them. I think that time he did 2. I might have been looking wrong. But he's really easy to fight against as Nagne because he gives you so many opportunities to accumulate bullets for the gun that you're going to need to try and wear down Moltatera's defenses, and that time I flubbed tremendously. He's really hard to melee. I don't like trying to fight this character melee because of that right there. That swiping action is really hard to dodge, at least it is to me. Maybe I'm just bad. And even sometimes I get tripped up on the little burrowing attacks. But the burrowing attacks to me are the easiest way to get bullets. As you see here, I'm continuously missing the correct timing on the dodge to try to accumulate the bullets. Now over time, as the fight wears on, he will start laying this little sticky trap on the ground. This will slow your character's movement. It doesn't seem to cause damage, but it does make it a lot harder to dodge Moltatera. Also, he does start spinning multiple acid orbs like you just saw there too. The first one I missed, and the second one got me, and there I am stuck in that little trap. With a couple dodge motions, it's not hard to get out of that sticky trap, but it can be really bad if your health is low. Also, right there, that acid orb that he spat out bounced off the back wall. About the 3rd stage, it may actually happen at the 2nd stage, but I only witnessed it in the 3rd stage. The acid orbs will actually start bouncing, and you'll have to dodge them twice. Towards the final stage, he does more frequent swiping motions. There he does 4 before he does his final, and still, that's not that hard to dodge. The main issue that I have playing against this character is trying to dodge multiple of those acid orbs, especially when they bounce. If you could stay ahead of the sticky patch that Moltatera leaves on the floor, as well as the multiple bouncing acid orbs he eventually starts spitting, he's actually, to be honest, probably the 2nd easiest boss to kill, right behind this next boss. The easiest one to kill. Now we come to Blackrose the Succubus. She is the easiest character I beat. She has very weak attacks. Her primary attack is to blow a kiss, spit out that heart, which is a projectile that flies at you. It's very easy to dodge, and really everything else she just consists of melee attacks. She'll teleport towards you and have that little rose unfolding animation, this little spike shooting animation she does, but they're so easy to dodge. I guess the biggest threat, honestly, if you get hit by the heart, is that it completely disables you and you'll just run around randomly for a couple seconds like you've been hypnotized. But if you can avoid those roses, which do cause a little bit of damage by themselves, she's not that hard, to be honest. Now later on she does get more aggressive with her melees, and she does seem to spit out more roses in the late part of the battle, but other than that she really doesn't change or become too much stronger. And now we have Dullahan the Ghost Knight. This is an interesting character. He has a detachable head which becomes the enemy later on in the fight. His melee attacks are tremendous. They have a lot of range, and then his little boomerang attacks that he does with his axe, I had difficulty avoiding them. It was hard to tell whenever he was doing the boomerang or whenever he was just chopping. Like that little swinging motion. I got caught by the swinging motion so frequently trying to beat this character. You're seeing about my 4th attempt to beat Dullahan. And honestly, with Nagne, he's kind of hard to defeat because it's just hard to dodge at the correct time to be able to accumulate the bullets that you would need for Nagne's gun. And so eventually, if you can get Dullahan to change to the second phase, his head detaches from his body, and this is where the fight actually becomes easier later in the fight. His head detaches from his body, and it starts shooting out orbs of energy. You continue dodging his body, although his body doesn't have a hitbox now, so you do not attack the body. You attack the head. The head does a little hopping animation, it'll shoot out the orbs, but then, at least as playing as Nagne, you'll actually get a decently easy chance to dodge and collect a bullet from it. Dullahan was probably the only boss that I fought that became easier as the fight went on. You still have to watch out for the boomerang attacks from his body, but at least there's more opportunities to actually fight back. And here we're starting to get to our first boss battle with Lobellia. Lobellia the Watcher is a character that you first see in the church in the very beginning of the game, and she is kind of scary to fight at first. She's a lot bigger than all the other bosses, at least she seems a lot bigger to me, and her attacks are tremendous. They'd cause a massive amount of damage, especially the attack you just saw, the laser attack from her head. I cannot stress the importance of staying out of that laser. Honestly, it's better to stay closer to this boss than any other boss in the game because you have to be able to respond very quickly to this laser attack. You have to be right there ready to dodge out of its way because whenever you get caught in that, if you have anything less than 3/4 health, it's basically game over. You're gonna die because it causes such a massive amount of damage. But just trying to dodge past her, her melee attack at close range is tremendous. Here you see me barely getting out of the way. Her melee attack at close range is fast, it's hard to dodge, and it does cause a decent amount of damage. Whenever she does a little teleport animation where her head is the only thing that you see, that's hard to dodge. One good thing about Lobellia shooting out that laser is what you just saw me do there, meleeing her while she's shooting the laser. She is unable to melee you at close range whenever she is shooting the laser, so whenever you get an opportunity like this, run up and give her a couple swipes. It's not much, but it does help wear down that very big health bar. Eventually, whenever you get further into the game, she'll start shooting out balls that will fly across the screen. They won't land, they won't explode, they'll just fly across the screen and hit you. So you have to dodge it twice, once whenever it hits the ground and then once whenever it flies past you. And here you see me getting pounded by that laser, and that took away so much of my health. If you could stay ahead of Lobellia, try to do your best to avoid the orbs that she spits. Don't get caught in the laser for goodness sake, and kind of avoid those melee attacks. She's actually not that difficult for a first boss. I think it's a good way to start out the game with a first boss that you face, first major boss. And then you get a little cutscene with her. But Lobellia took me 7 attempts to kill. It was really difficult to avoid the laser the first fight. Once I figured out the laser and that I had to kite her, it became down to the melee attacks. The melee attacks were constantly getting me. You've got to do your best to time all of your dodges so that you land just outside of her swing radius, but you're not too far away to respond when she starts to charge up her laser. Whenever you get done with Lobellia, the next boss is Merc the Incinerator, and he is someone that I could not defeat in my playthrough, and this will be the next boss I try to face to post a video on. After you get done facing other little bosses, you will get this cutscene where you've got to read the note that drops from, I guess that was Merc. I guess that was Merc that just disintegrated into a note on the ground. You'll get that note. You will open up the final image on the main menu map screen, and it'll have Merc. You got to go fight him. Alright, the hardest part about Merc the Incinerator, is not him himself. It is actually those jets of fire on the left and right sides of the arena. As you can see, first thing I did was I ran straight into them. You get used to being able to just dodge willy-nilly and avoid just the boss in the middle, but fighting this boss is difficult because now you've not only got to avoid the boss, but you have to avoid the jets of flame on either side of the screen. And he doesn't help you out with this. He will actually do this little shockwave attack, which pushes you back towards the jets of flame. And it's really hard to dodge that shockwave. I tried several different techniques, different timing, different positionings, different targets to try and dodge towards, and it's just difficult. He also does that little pulling attack where he'll pull fire out of the jets of flame at either side of the screen, and it has a up symbol on him. I don't know if he's being re-upped with his statistics, increases his damage, increases his health or defense or whatever. I didn't see any movement in his health bar, so I don't quite know what the purpose of that is. Again, I have not beaten this boss. I have no idea exactly how to kill him. I'm still working on that. I will post that video as soon as I can get it made, as soon as I can actually beat this boss. In this specific fight you're seeing, I had two assistants. I had a dude with a hammer, which is supposed to stun him, and then I had a little archer, which is just supposed to gradually chip away at his HP. But even with this amount of assistance, I could not defeat this boss.
Alright, that is going to do it for Ashenforest this time around. I'm going to try the next time I play this game to defeat Merc the Incinerator and see what's on the other side of him, see what else the game has to offer. I know it has a lot more to offer, and it probably only has one more final boss, rules of threes like that, but I've enjoyed the game, and I'm eager to see what else it has to offer. When I'm going to be able to do that, I have no idea because it's becoming increasingly difficult to grapple with my work schedule. So when I'm going to be able to play the game, let alone upload a video of it, is beyond me. I don't know. I'm going to do my best with it, see if possibly I could scrape by with a little bit of free time to devote to this. In the meantime, until I'm able to do that, if you'd like something else to make a mockery of, I do have thus far 3 other video game videos posted. The first one, Ashenforest Episode 1. And then also I'm doing another playthrough of Tanky Online. I've played Tanky for probably 7 or 8 years and had 6 or 7 accounts on it, so it's all familiar ground. But I wanted to see if it's still fun. So if you'd like to give that a look, try it out. See if you like Tanky Online to play. It's not that bad of a game. I'll be putting a link to Ashenforest in the description of this video, so you can go try this out for yourself. I strongly suggest this game. It is not a bad game. It's not Dark Souls, and it's definitely not Bloodborne, but it's fun. It's 2D. It's only $7. It's enjoyable. I actually like playing this game. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Do not bother liking this video or subscribing to this channel. You will find it's a waste of time. I just do not upload frequently enough to deserve that kind of treatment. Alright, bye.